All right, look, if you're a man who feels stuck, maybe restless, like you're just going through the motions, even when on paper everything looks good, then this is for you. We're going to get into why so many successful guys feel so disconnected. And here's the thing. It's often the very skills that got you here, the nonstop planning, the focus on what's next, that are now quietly stealing the life that's right in front of you.
So, right off the bat, we have to completely reframe this whole thing. We've all been told that distraction is about focus, right? About getting more done. But Matt Clark, a coach who works with men on this, says that's not it at all. It's much deeper. It's about being present, actually here for your own life. And honestly, that's the key that unlocks everything else.
So, what does this actually look like in real life? It's usually not in some big, dramatic moment. It shows up in the quiet ones, the moments we're supposed to be enjoying. Let me tell you a story that I bet is going to sound really, really familiar. Just picture this. You've got a moment of peace. Maybe you're out walking the dog first thing in the morning, or you're just sitting with your coffee before anyone else is up. The air is cool. Things are quiet. It is the perfect moment to feel grounded, to just be. But where are you really? Your mind is just gone. It's 1,000 miles away, running these endless loops. You're thinking about work stuff, planning out schedules, rehearsing a tough conversation you need to have later. You know that feeling, right? That internal chatter is just relentless. And that's it. That's the whole problem in one sentence. Your body is right here, but your mind, your attention is literally everywhere else. And for so many of us, that's just our default setting, day in, day out. And here it is. This is the gut punch realization. It's not just a busy mind. It's a form of escape. You're not actually living your life in that moment. You're using all that mental noise to distract yourself from your life. And that has a huge hidden cost. You know, most of us just think distraction costs us a bit of time, maybe some productivity. But it is so much more expensive than that. Let's break down what you're actually losing when your attention is always somewhere else. So, the big shift we have to make is to stop seeing this as just some minor annoyance. It's a fundamental problem that's eating away at the most important parts of your life: your ability to be present, your connection with others, and your leadership of yourself and your family. Let's start with connection. Connection can only happen right here, right now. It's impossible otherwise. If your mind is on a work email while your partner's talking to you, or you're thinking about a bill while your kid is trying to show you something, you're not really there. And your relationships start to feel shallow, not because you don't care, but because you're mentally checked out. And believe me, the people you love, they can feel that absence. They know you're not really with them. Okay, next step, confidence. We tend to think confidence comes from what we achieve, but real, deep confidence, that comes from self-trust. And how can you possibly trust your own judgment when your attention is constantly shattered into a million pieces? That's where all that indecisiveness and anxiety comes from. It's not that you aren't capable, it's that your attention is just too fractured to trust yourself. And that lack of confidence makes it almost impossible to find any real clarity. I hear it all the time from guys. I just need clarity. I need to know my purpose. But here's the secret. Clarity isn't some destination you think your way to. It's an environment you create with your focused attention. You can't see the path forward when you're constantly looking everywhere else. Now, this one's a hard truth to swallow. When you don't have clarity, you can't lead. Simple as that. Leadership, whether it's at home or at the office, it starts with leading yourself. And if you can't even lead your own attention, you can't lead your own life. You just end up reacting all day, putting out fires instead of actually intentionally building the life you say you want. This also hits our most personal relationships hard. Real intimacy demands that you show up fully present, fully authentic, right in that moment. But a distracted mind is a self-conscious mind. You're stuck in your head, worrying about what to say next or how you're coming across. That's not connection. That's a performance. And performance is the absolute enemy of intimacy. And finally, this is the one we almost never talk about. A mind that's always wandering keeps your nervous system on high alert. You're always scanning for the next thing, planning for a threat that isn't there. Your body and your mind never, ever truly get to rest. You can forget what it even feels like to be calm because you're living in this low-grade, constant state of stress. So, look, when you stack it all up, the real price is just staggering. We're not talking about losing 5 minutes on your phone. We're talking about losing connection, clarity, confidence, your sense of direction, real presence, intimacy, your leadership, your self-respect, and at the end of the day, your own peace of mind. It's a slow drift until one day you just wake up and feel like a stranger in your own life.
So you have to be asking, why? Why do we do this to ourselves? Well, it's not because we're broken or lazy. There's a really powerful subconscious reason we drift into distraction. It's because, in a strange way, it actually feels safer than being present. This slide shows you the trade-off perfectly. I mean, look at the left side. Look at what being truly present requires. Vulnerability, real honesty, actually feeling your emotions, being seen for who you are. That's a lot. Now look at the right. What does distraction give you? Numbness, performance, hiding. It feels safer because it protects us from all that messy, real human stuff. It's an escape hatch. Okay, so that's the problem. It's deep, and man, it is costly. But there is a way back. And the good news is, the solution isn't some complicated new system or another app you have to download. It's a really simple but powerful framework for just returning to the moment. It's really just 3 simple steps. First, awareness. This is just about catching yourself when you've drifted. No beating yourself up. Just a simple, there I go again. That's it. Second, attention. Gently bring your focus back to something real, right here. Your breath, the feeling of your feet on the floor, the person in front of you. And third, authenticity. This is where you make one tiny choice to be real instead of performing. Just one. That's how you start. That framework is great in theory, but how do you actually start doing it? The key is to start small. I'm talking tiny, practical actions that you can weave into your day right now. No big, dramatic changes necessary. So here are 5 simple things you can try. Just pick one for today. Before you answer someone, take one deep, honest breath. Or have one 5-minute conversation with no phone, no TV, just listen. Ask someone, how are you? Really? Find one single moment in your day to just be still with no goal. And this is a big one. The next time someone asks how you are, try to replace that automatic I'm good with something that's actually true. And what happens when you start doing this? Little by little, you start to feel more grounded, more deliberate, more connected. Your confidence grows because you're actually building trust with yourself again. Your leadership gets stronger because you're present for it. You stop just reacting to your life. You start, finally, to actually live it instead of just drifting through it. So, at the end of the day, it all comes down to this one crucial question, and you gotta be honest with yourself. Are you really living your life, or are you just distracting yourself from it? Because an honest answer to that question, that's the first real step back home.